some folks know I've traded. I've traded for a long time. I traded stocks. I've left the stock market completely except for my 401k. I don't mess with stocks anymore. And maybe someday I'll do a video about why that is. But they know I traded, right? So for 30 years, off and on, I've traded stocks up and down. And so a couple of those people who know that have asked me to kind of tell them what I see in the charts. Now, before I get into that, I want to make it clear. My goal in crypto is long term. I really don't care what these short-term charts say. And so people who are following me or, that are on the group, they have to understand that that's my mindset. In my mindset, we're very early. So I'll just show you a little bit of what I'm going to show you some chart stuff. But first, this is a Bitcoin to US dollar pair. All right, and forget about these lines for a minute. This is where we're at right here, that red line. I would point out that a couple days ago in one of my posts, I said we need to maintain the 10,500 level. I'm talking about this line right here, and I just want you to notice what happened overnight last night is we hit 12,000. We came down to where? Right about the 12,500 level. So I'm not just making stuff up when I post these things, and I don't really know why I post them. I suppose it goes back to my trader mindset, but I was never a professional trader, and I am not trading cryptos. I might trade some of the alts now and then, but I'm not really doing any technical analysis either, right? I don't care. The long term for me is bullish, that it doesn't really matter, this short term stuff, but I'm going to do this because some friends have asked me to. But what I wanted you to look at real quick is if I go to monthly, look at, this is all you have to work with in a monthly chart, right? This is it. This is early Bitcoin days in 2012, meaningless, right? I mean, really meaningless. So all we have really is from 2016 to 2020, right? We've got about 4 years worth of history and data here. This is a brand new market, man, right? This is what I'm talking about. The adoption rate and the market cap of Bitcoin compared to the world population, this is a global thing. It's not an American stock or anything like that, right? So people need to understand. I'll do this, maybe I'll give some analysis and stuff like that on occasion, but my mindset is such that it doesn't matter what I put into it right now. I just need to put stuff into it. So there's something else I want to point out about this long-term chart here. If you're a chartist or you've seen people chart, even the trend is up, right? Yes, we've had a series of lower highs, yes, but we've also had a series of higher lows. So we're forming a wedge here long term, and so long term we were in this kind of wedge, and we've broken out of that to the upside, right? And so again, there's so little history here. This is a brand new market, right? It's trying to find itself, and it's worldwide. Adoption rates are slow, I guess. I mean, I don't know. How long does it take to adopt a brand new currency developed by the people for the people? How long does that take? I have no idea. But the overall trend is up. We just broke through what would have been a, I don't know, descending triangle, wedge, whatever, ascending, whatever. This is was a positive picture. Let's zoom back in here to the dailies, the more medium and short-term view. We busted through that 10.5 area that I noted in the group post. Yesterday I was excited about gains and posting videos and stuff like that, right? It's fun, it's thrilling. And then overnight we got up here to 12,000, and I should have, had I had my charts out. You got to understand, I've just been having my cell phone. I haven't actually looked at a chart like this until this weekend. But I knew 10.5 was important because I was just paying attention to these things, right? I just knew that level was important based on what I'd seen before and what I could get out of my cell phone. But looking at it now, I should have seen the 12,000 level. I had said 12.8, which I think is closer to something up here. But the 12,000 level, so we came up, we said hello to the 12,000 level, we pulled back. In fact, we pulled back all the way down to the 10.5 level I had mentioned in my post, and we rejected it, and we said nope. And in fact, it was this trend line as well. We rejected that trend line as well. So to me, this looks like just a short-term pullback, a healthy pullback. If this just kept skyrocketing up at the speed and intensity that I had been seeing, I almost posted yesterday about how nervous it made me, but I didn't want to do that because I know people are new and I don't want to freak them out. But this was making me nervous yesterday. It was moving too fast. It was speeding up too fast, and I felt like a correction was coming. And so this to me is healthy. We came down and touched that 10.5 level and said nope, rejected it. We're back up here at 11,150. We're going to try to find ourselves. We are oversold, so we might go sideways a little bit. We might hopefully we'll follow this trend line, but we might come down here and kind of test this again. Hopefully, ideally, we will want to see if we do test it again, we won't want to come down this low, right? If we come down lower or break this, we might have to come and revisit an area, down in here somewhere, maybe the 10 area. But that's okay. Like I said, my mindset's long term, so this kind of stuff doesn't bother me. Currently, though, I would view this as a buying opportunity for Bitcoin. I probably would buy a little more here if it were me, but I'm not giving you any advice. This is for me, right? If you're going to do what I say, you can expect to lose your shirt and be homeless. So I'm not trying to give advice. I'm just trying to tell you my mindset. Same with ETH. If we look at ETH, ETH's had a great run, but this is not sustainable, right? You can't just keep doing this without having some pullbacks and some tests. If you don't, the crash is much harder, and you'll break all these support levels, right? It's like a spring. This looks to me to be healthy too. This was a previous level here. We're looking at here, right? This level, right? That's what we're looking at. And to me, this was good. This is good. We had this huge pump up, busted through all this. We came down to right about where, and look at this area too. So we stopped here on the way up, came down, and we rejected that level. And here's where we're at right now. So to me, this looks like a pullback. Look at the MACD says buy, man. Look at that. It's telling us to buy. This is not over. We are oversold, so I expect some sideways consolidation. Maybe we'll come down a little bit, consolidate, but as long as the MACD is intact, this trend, right? This trend is up, right? We got this trend. This is up. We got this interim trend. This has to come back down a little bit. You understand? This has gotta be healthy. This was a healthy thing here. But overall, in the crypto market for Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's up. Oh, let's look at Link. So I haven't looked at it. Oh, look at Link. So this is a good chart too. Where are we at? 850. Nice. We're trying to break. This is good. So it looks like $7 is the level. What am I on a daily? Yeah, $7. If it breaks that, I'd be nervous. If I were a trader, I'm not trading this, so it's not going to make me nervous. I will buy more. Right? Look at this trend. Right? So the trend is intact. It looks like we might get a little more. So we didn't really break this level. That's good. This is probably the level we really want to watch for. And then we have this one as well. And this level keeps getting rejected. There's not a lot in here to keep this up, but this looks to be a pretty good level, right? We pulled back on the we pulled back from it as resistance. We pulled back from it as support, and then here this is even a better support level up here. You can see we keep rejecting it on these candles. These wicks show us that we rejected it. So this looks pretty healthy too. We're trying to get over this high. We didn't quite make it. People sold off came down to this support, and look, we rejected the support, bounced off and said no, and it looks like we're going to come up and try to test the high again here soon. But overall, this trend looks great. Look at Linkies, look at it, it's up here, and then we have a more interim trend. I mean, look how, you know, we've got this kind of minor trend happening here. So all in all, things look good to me. These look like pullbacks. I'm not an expert, right? This is if I did, I wouldn't work anymore, you know, right? So you have to make your own decisions. What I will say is that these levels, numbers like this, where candles come down and test, and then you get a wick and they reject that level, these are important numbers. And when I talk about, and maybe I haven't posted stuff like this in Facebook, but the friends I talk to, they hear me say that stocks or crypto, it's going to a destination, right? It has a destination. The best thing we can do as traders, if you're going to be a trader, oh man, I'm not a trader. I don't want to be a trader. I'm in this for the long term. But if you are a trader, or you're trying to trade crypto, then you need to find the important numbers, and you do that by plotting out support and resistance at various time frames, and eliminating the weak ones, and what's left are important numbers. This is an important level. 7 is an important level for if it blows through your number, then your number was wrong. Until we break 10.5 in Bitcoin, the bull trend is on. And of course I can't see the future, right? I'm not an expert, and things can change in a minute in crypto. That's kind of a short-term analysis, a little bit of what happened overnight, where my mindset is at, where my mind's at. But again, remember, I'm long-term, 3 to 5 years. I don't really care what's happening right now. Any dip to me is an opportunity. These systems like Ethereum, anybody building a DeFi app has to have Ethereum. That's not true with a stock, right? You might have to have soap, but there's plenty of companies that make soap. Right now, there's one company that does smart contracts and does them really well and is the market leader, and it's obvious, and that's Ethereum. So that's why I'm in this market. I don't have to think a whole lot about it, right? I'm tired of the trading. I'm putting money in. I'm waiting 3 to 5 years. I'm going to see where I'm at. And hopefully I'll be able to cash out and get out of the rat race. Anyway,